What's something your mother did that split the family up? I was 13 when I found the apartment lease. Mom had left it sitting on her vanity while she got ready for another evening yoga class. 2-bedroom unit on Elm Street, leaseholder Rebecca Chen. That wasn't our address. That wasn't our last name either. I tried telling myself it was for a client or something. Mom worked in real estate and was always handling paperwork for other people. But something felt wrong. The signature looked too familiar. The way she'd signed Rebecca instead of Rachel made my stomach drop. The next time Mom said she was going to her yoga class, I asked if I could come along. She kissed my forehead and said, "No, sweetie, it's an advanced class. Too challenging for beginners." But after she left, I grabbed my bike and followed her car from a distance. Her car was supposed to be at the community center downtown. Instead, she drove to that apartment complex on Elm Street. I hid behind some bushes and watched through the window. Mom was sitting at a kitchen table with a man I'd never seen before. Dark hair, maybe 40s. He was cooking dinner while she graded papers. Then a teenage boy came out of one of the bedrooms. He hugged Mom and called her Rebecca. She ruffled his hair and asked about his school day. The man came over and kissed her. Not a quick peck, a real kiss like she used to kiss Dad before they got distant. The boy showed her some homework and she helped him with math problems. They looked like a perfect little family, just not our family. I took pictures with my phone, my hands shaking the whole time. Mom was laughing at something the man said. The boy was showing her something on his laptop. She looked happier than I'd seen her in months. I rode home and didn't say anything. For 2 weeks, I carried those pictures around like evidence of a crime. Mom kept going to yoga 3 nights a week. Dad worked late at his accounting firm. My little brother Tommy played video games, oblivious to everything. The next Tuesday at dinner, Mom started talking about her yoga instructor wanting her to attend a weekend retreat. More advanced poses, spiritual growth. Tommy was telling her about his science project. Dad was asking if she needed him to handle any weekend errands. That's when I put my phone on the table. "What's this about?" I asked, showing the first picture. Mom's face went completely pale. "Mia, what are you doing?" "That's what I want to know," I said. "Who's Rebecca? Who are those people?" The room went dead silent. Dad stopped eating. Tommy looked confused. Mom reached for my phone, but I pulled it back. "It's not what you think," she stammered. "I can explain. This is complicated. You don't understand the situation." "What don't I understand?" I was crying now, but didn't care. "That you have another family? That you've been lying to us for months?" Dad still hadn't said anything. He just sat there staring at the photos like he couldn't process what he was seeing. "How long?" he finally asked. Mom opened her mouth, but nothing came out. "How long, Rachel?" Dad asked again, his voice shaking. "8 months, she whispered. Tommy started crying, actually sobbing. "Why would you do that? Why would you want a different family?" "It just happened," Mom said. "I never planned this. I love you all. I love this family. But you love them too," I said. She couldn't deny it. The look on her face said everything. Dad stood up very slowly and walked to their bedroom. We heard the door close quietly. He didn't slam it. He didn't yell. That somehow made it worse. The next morning, Dad called a lawyer. But the worst part wasn't the divorce. The worst part was Tommy. He was furious at me. Not at Mom. At me. "You ruined everything," he screamed at me a week later. "We could have been happy. Why did you have to spy on her?" "She was cheating on Dad," I said. "How is that my fault?" "Because now everything's broken. Dad moved out. Mom cries all the time. And for what? So you could be right about something?" Tommy chose to live with Mom after the divorce was final. He said he couldn't stand living with someone who destroys families for fun. He meant me. I was the family destroyer. That was 18 months ago. Mom moved in with Rebecca's family permanently. Tommy goes to a new school now and barely talks to me when I visit. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just kept riding my bike past that apartment complex and pretended I never saw anything.